Hello, welcome to part 3 of my Disney Renaissance history slash review. Now we're going on to the lesser looked at movies of the Disney Renaissance, starting with Pocahontas. I like Pocahontas. Now don't get me wrong, there are some problems with this movie. The story is pretty much The Little Mermaid. It really is, with a little bit of West Side Story. It's pretty much a mixture of Little Mermaid and West Side Story, with Indians. The story's kind of cliched and predictable, but the stuff that's good is good. Like, I like Mel Gibson's voice acting. You really feel feeling, especially in the deleted song If I Never Knew You. Oh man, I wish he would be great for musicals. Too bad he wasn't cast in musicals. The characters are fine, even though the villain is cliched. He is kind of memorable. So I guess I should go over the opinion of this movie. Most people hate this movie. Most people think this is the worst movie of the Disney Renaissance. I don't think there's a bad movie of the Disney Renaissance. I think there is some that are better than others. Like I said, I think I love Little Mermaid, but I think that one might be my least favorite of the Disney Renaissance. I know most people will hate me about that, but I love Little Mermaid also. This movie I really like also. Although the problems might be more glaring in this movie, I think the stuff that's good is really good. Probably better than Little Mermaid, all in my opinion. Like, the animation is superb. The music, oh my god, the music is awesome and fun and breathtaking. And oh man, this is honestly, music wise, this one's the best one of the Disney Renaissance. Now don't get me wrong, I don't think, again, I could see what some people are talking about. It's probably not my favorite of the Disney Renaissance. It's not really my favorite Disney movie. But the music, I think, in my opinion, is the best of the Renaissance. Menken did really well, and this is his first collaboration in Disney, right? Without Howard Ashman, and it's kind of sad. I like the lyrics better in the other ones, but like the actual theme just gets to me. Oh man. Colors of the Wind, and also the ending of this movie. I won't give it away. It's probably the most epic ending to a Disney movie. It really is. So I guess I should go over the synopsis. And I should probably go over stuff I don't like real quick, and then I'll go over the synopsis. So it's pretty much like The Little Mermaid and West Side Story. It's kind of a love story. Two different kind of cultures. People don't think these two should be together, and it's kind of a clash of cultures. But anyway, what it's about is the English come to settle to the New World, as you know from history. Only this movie don't take any history lessons from this movie, because this movie's 100% inaccurate. The only thing that's accurate is the names, pretty much. But the story. I would like it to have happened, but it didn't happen. I wish there was talking trees. I wish I could go visit Grandmother Willow right now in Virginia, but it didn't happen. But anyway, the English come to the New World to settle, to stay. Although Governor Radcliffe, the villain of the movie, wants to find gold in the land. The Native Americans don't like these people. They're terrorizing their ways of, not ways of life, but like their land, and they're imposing on it, and the English think the Indians stole the gold, and the Indians are just this conflict builds up. The Pocahontas is again a teenager whose father just doesn't understand, and says you shouldn't be with that guy because you're different from that guy. But Daddy, you don't understand. I love him. Ah. It's very much like The Little Mermaid. I can see why people weren't, because it's kind of a retread of Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid probably did this story a little better. Overall, though, I do like I said, the music and the voice acting is really great. But again, it has that cliche of the father and daughter don't understand each other. Okay, but anyway, the dad wants her to marry this, like, guy that says, like, 2 words throughout the entire movie, and is just kind of like the serious Indian dude uh, this movie's kind of racist. It's a tad racist by portraying the Indians like strict, mighty warriors. How? That's kind of how they portray him. It's a little racist, but this dude, this guy want, the dad wants Pocahontas to marry, but doesn't want. She's looking for more than just marriage, and wants to be free, and wants to go to experience new things, and just go down the river and be free to friends, and wants to fall in love with John Smith because he's far more interesting and handsome. I'm just being funny. But anyway, so she falls in love with John Smith, who is one of the English settlers, and this creates conflict throughout the movie. Like I said, there are some side characters I really like. I like Grandmother Willow. She is awesome. I wish there was a spin-off movie of Grandma Willow. She's actually one of the more memorable parts of this movie, I think. I like the dogs, although to quote Doug Walker, why don't the animals talk? It would make sense. And it would, because this, through the magic of Grandmother Willow's wood or whatever, the Indian Pocahontas can understand John Smith's English. Why can't they understand the animals? But anyway, again, there's not really much to say about this movie. It does have bland moments. It is kind of cliche. It tries too hard to be like what it does. Kind of like in West Side Story, if you're familiar with it, there's the tonight, da 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 da, and like the Jets are gonna get it tonight. The Jets are gonna get it tonight. The Puerto Rican da 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 da, and it's like red skies, and they're getting your weapons for a fight. That's pretty much Savages. Savages is pretty much the sequence in West Side Story where they're, savages, barely even human, and it's red sky, and they're getting ready for a fight. It's pretty much that scene in West Side Story where it's red sky, and they're going at it because they're two different types of people. Yeah, racism is bad. Okay, I know that. So yeah, it's pretty much that. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's got a, like, Savages is a good song. It does have emotional impact. I love the part where she's running and you can see I don't know what you call that, but it's an editing technique where you can see through while the person's doing it, and you can see I believe in human. It's a good sequence. Good villain song. The ending is epic, and that's more I can say about it. It's got great animation, great songs, and a great ending. But that's kind of more to it. The story is very lackluster. Come to think of it, this one might be a little less than Little Mermaid. I'm troubling, and I'm knowing that I don't hate Little Mermaid, and I don't hate Pocahontas. It's kind of troubling for me to see which one is the latter. Sometimes I feel Little Mermaid, sometimes I feel Pocahontas, because the stuff in Pocahontas that's good, actually I think is better than what's in Little Mermaid, but Little Mermaid probably has consistently better stuff in it, but it's almost the same type of movie. It follows way too many cliches. But I like the movie. I'm glad I saw it. I don't think it's as bad as people portray it as. It's not like Black Hole, which I do like Black Hole, but it's not like a Dark Age Disney movie. It still feels like a Renaissance movie. Now let's get on to my third favorite of the Renaissance. Tied for third. I'll tell you what later the other one is. Hunchback of Notre Dame. Oh yeah, Pocahontas. One sec. I give Pocahontas, I give it about an 8 out of 10. It's a fun movie. Yeah, let's get on to Hunchback of Notre Dame. Oh my god, is this movie amazing. Like Lion King, it is more serious, it is more dark. But it deals with really interesting themes. You never really see a Disney movie tackle such things as corruption in politics, the corruption in religion, radicalization in religion, organized religion. There's not a relationship between God and people. It's just a religion. The relationship is gone. You never really see Disney tackle such things. I mean, it doesn't flat out say, but like corruption and stuff like that. Yeah, this movie's great. The Quasimodo, very sympathetic. If you don't, I'll go over the synopsis real quick. So Quasimodo is this deformed, person from when he was a baby, was taken from his gypsy mother, who was, hit hard on the head, kicked in the head by Frollo, which makes her, hit her head back on cement, which, obviously makes her pass away. So Frollo wants to kill Quasimodo, but this Catholic priestess says, stop, you should raise him because you have blood on your hands, you're guiltless before the eyes, you're guilty before the eyes of God. And it's just this big, thing. So he wants to raise, so he raises Quasimodo, but he raises him in the bell tower. He tells him that the world is a terrible place, but again, but it's a good tradition, kind of curious, wanting more. So Quasimodo wants more, wants to see the world and stuff like that. And he wants to attend this festival, but his Frollo doesn't let him. And all in all, he develops a relationship with Esmeralda and Phoebus, and he kind of fights for the gypsies. He fights for Esmeralda against Frollo. He realizes that the world isn't such a cruel place. So that's the basic synopsis. He has friends like Phoebus, Esmeralda. He falls in love with Esmeralda, but he realizes that, she is better with Phoebus. He also has gargoyle friends, and oh my god, now that's pretty much the basic synopsis I can say without giving any more spoilers away. Oh my god, the animation again, it's directed by Gary Kirk Weiss and Gary Kurzo. I can't really pronounce their names. Same people who did Beauty and the Beast, and it feels a lot like Beauty and the Beast. Like, it's got that really detailed, colorful animation that you would be seeing from Beauty and the Beast. Again, Frollo is just a nasty villain, almost as nasty as Scar. Scar, but Frollo, oh man. I love the music, it's very quiet, it's got a dark presence, but it's also gets you energized, it's got also very lighthearted, whimsical music that fits in. I love Hunchback of Notre Dame. Quasimodo, very sympathetic character. Tom Holtz, who plays him really well. He plays him as this innocent guy who's just kind of, kind of mistreated, and you really want to root for him, and he ends up being the hero. The deal, the heck fire scene. Very cool scene, very operatic, very like oh scene. Again, it deals with corruption in government, and Frollo is this judge who pretty much like runs Paris. He ransacks it. He wants to get rid of all the gypsies. He falls in, he wants Esmeralda, but he doesn't like that he can't have her. If he can't have her, no one will. But the fire. He's just a terrible dude. Phoebus is charming. He's kind of the Han Solo of this movie. Yeah, so I give Hunchback, the music is great, the character's great, I love the gargoyles, I love the themes it deals with, I love how it makes you root for the heroes. These heroes are awesome, they both have hearts of gold, you wanted to see them succeed. So yeah, this movie depends on the person. People either love this movie or kind of hate it. Those who kind of hate it are those who are fans of the Victor Hugo novel. The thing is, the Victor Hugo novel is pretty dark. If they adapted everything from the Victor Hugo novel, this wouldn't be a kid's movie. There's much more adult stuff in the Victor Hugo novel that they just couldn't translate in the Disney version. And the movie's already kind of serious and dark as it is. But the Victor Hugo people, like, really, kind of like shun this movie, and I think that's unfair. I think it's a great Disney. I think they did good with the story. I think it still tells the story justice. It does kind of take creative liberties, but in the right way. And this is probably my favorite version of the story. It's got the most motion and feeling to it. It's got the most, sympathizable, but you want to root for them. Got hearts of gold characters. The characters really make this movie. The animation makes it. It's a fantastic movie. I recommend it. The Gargoyles, everyone hates the Gargoyles. I think they're funny. I think they do their role just fine. They're kind of like the Illuminaire, Cogsworth characters of the movie. Although would say I agree again with Doug Walker. They shouldn't have been fighting after him. They should have been just in Quasimodo's mind. That would have made Quasimodo much more of like a sympathetic, more sympathetic. Like he has to imagine his friends. But they probably didn't want to make Quasimodo too sad. But I think that would have been more interesting, more strong if they were from his head than actually existing. But they're still great. Yeah, Hunchback of Notre Dame got great characters, got a great villain, got great music, got a great operatic score done by Alan Menken. I give it a 10 out of 10. It's just a great movie, a great addition to the Disney Renaissance. So yeah, next movie, and people either love or hate Hunchback of Notre Dame, but I love it, and I think it's definitely one of the more underrated movies of the Renaissance. So yeah. Next movie, Hercules. Oh, I love Hercules. It's funny. It takes place. It feels like Aladdin. I love Hercules for the same reasons why I love Aladdin. You could tell it feels like it would take place in the same universe as Aladdin. It's probably got, even though I'd say Scar and all of them are probably the most, villains you love to hate out of the Disney Renaissance, I'd say my favorite villain is Hades. This guy is he's funny. He's more of a funny, carefree Disney villain. Disney, with Hercules, with the Renaissance, they kind of went back to a more goofier feel that you had with movies like Aladdin and Rescuers Down Under. The past movies like Lion King and Pocahontas and Hunchback have been more serious. So Disney wanted to do something more lighthearted. Again, people either love this movie or pan this movie. People think this is like a worst. Some people think this is like some of the worst Disney movies. Some people think it's actually really good and deserves to be in the Renaissance. I fall in the category of those who think it deserves to be in the Renaissance. It's got kind of a cult following. When it came out, people were kind of mad about it, but it's got kind of a good cult following now. I love it. The characters are so fun. This is a funner Disney movie. It's a comedy. It's not something you take too seriously, although it does have great themes like, going the distance. It's kind of like Rocky. It's kind of the Disney equivalent of Rocky. These characters, are fun. Like Hades is fun. Danny DeVito is fun as what's his name? Phil. And Hercules is fun. Megra is sassy. It's just a great time. I should go over the synopsis. Hercules is he's a god who was born god but is made mortal by Hades and his goons, Pain and Panic, who are also great. They were supposed to kill Hercules, but they didn't give him all the formula to make him mortal, so he's mostly mortal, but he's still got his godlike strength. He's freakishly strong. Hades wants Hercules out of the way, so he can take over Olympus, where Zeus and Hera are, and during this time, Hercules has to train to become a true hero in order to be welcomed back on Mount Olympus, because only gods are allowed on Olympus, and to be a god, you have to be a true hero. So, it's pretty much him training to be a true hero, and he's kind of, trying to stop Hades and knocking, Hades throws everything at him, but he manages to pull through. It's got great music. Go to Distance. So good. So uplifting. I won't say I'm in love. It's a nice, charming little song. Danny DeVito's song is fun. It's kind of like a, I keep touching my nose. It's kind of like a funny version of I'll Make a Man Out of You. It's great to watch. Again, not really much to say about it, but I love the animation. It feels more cartoony. It's like the way Hercules punches people. It's like really cartoony, and it feels more like a comedy. This movie, people who don't like this movie don't get why it's so like goofy and over the top. It's supposed to be more in the world of Aladdin. It's not supposed to be like Hunchback or Pocahontas, more of these, serious Disney movies. It's more lighthearted and it's fun. It's great. It's got high energy animations. James Woods as Hades, almost as good as Robin Williams as the genie. Almost the same ballpark. Very fast, very ad-libby. Very got a great voice presence. He brings life into his character. Similar to Robin Williams. It's a more cartoony or lighthearted movie, but I like it. I like it. Once in a while you need cheese. I like cheese. I like microwave cheese nacho cheese. This movie's like nachos. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be gooey. It's supposed to be messy. Hercules is a mess, but it is the fun mess. It's like nachos. It's a mess, but it's cheesy, but it's fun to eat. This movie's fun to watch. The next movie I'll talk about in my part 4. No, actually, yeah, I'll do part 4. I'll be right back. I just need a stretch, and I'll talk about the last 2 movies of the Renaissance.